Good morning everyone and welcome back to Craft Eccentricity. I hope you all had a fabulous weekend, and I am up this morning with an MX Art project share. So I've done three things and each one was inspired by something vintage, and it made me get out my vintage graphic 45 and very vintage Tim Holtz. And I think the paper that I used from Tim Holtz goes all the way back to 2006. And I think my graphic 45 was 2012. If I got that wrong, I'll let you correct me. But I've used the MX Art popcorn and soda dies. I just think they're absolutely gorgeous. These are going to look fabulous on a scrapbook page. You know, everybody's got memories of having been to, you know, the fun fair or the cinema or the circus, and little things like that dotted around in a mini album or scrapbook are just going to look gorgeous. And of course this, I don't know what it is, but I do love cutlery, and I actually designed some cutlery that I used for my little dinner set that I did for surprise creation. But I saw those, thought they're a fabulous size. I am going to measure them, and that inspired me to use my QuickBook again. And then I did the Steampunk Seahorse, and that's where my vintage graphic 45 comes in. And to assist me, I've used the rectangle skinny decks, which you can just about see there. I will link it below, and I designed that one for MX Art. And I've also used my little QuickBook, which is a new design from the haul last week from Surprise Creation, and I will link that below. So here we go, projects. First up, the cutlery. And there is the book. This time I've actually used black, what do we call it? I've forgotten what it's called. I just hate it when my brain goes dead, and I think I should start doing videos in the afternoon. Athlete tape, you know, the stuff I told you to get from Dollar Tree, but in Dollar Tree it's only in white. This is from Aliexpress and it's black, and it's also different because it's like washi tape, and you know, you can measure it down the grid and cut it off in a nice straight line, unlike my little bit of a calamity in the tutorial Tuesday last week. But there it is in black, and that's what you get from AliExpress. Right, going back to my book, and I used that tiny little clip there that Julie sent me in my Happy Mail that was holding something shut, because I didn't use any ribbons or anything on this, and I thought I'll do myself a little recipe book, and I've got to show you the detail in that cutlery. It's just absolutely gorgeous, kind of, you know, Victorian Georgian-y is the way I would describe it. And I'm going to measure, and it's 4 inches on the fork, it's 4 inches on the knife, and it's just over 3 3/4 inches on that spoon. So that is what inspired me, and this is that 2006 Tim Holtz paper, and I did almost cry cutting into it, but I've been trying to use it up, and there you can see there's the inspiration, because there is cutlery printed onto that sheet of paper. And I'm trying to remember the name of the company who did this. I think it was called Junkets or something. I know I've got a junk bag, a Tim Holtz junk bag that I keep all my metal bits in, and I'll grab that off the shelf after, because I know it's the same company that used to do it. Now I also went into my vintage Jenny Bolin and also my 7 Gypsies to get the bits that are inside. So cutlery again, I've got a recipe card, there's a couple of bits that I could cut out that were scrap inside of that page, and then there's another bit cutlery again reflected through it. And this brown cardstock is from Tuesday Morning, and it's that Swiss stock basil. And as I was getting it out, I finally understood why they were doing it so cheap, and it's because each sheet has got a sticker on the back, and when you peel the sticker off, it's actually sort of like giving it this waxy, greasy stain. So I've hacked all those bits off, and this is what I've ended up with. And there's another piece. I think that one might be Jenny Bowling. So I've got the door open, and I'm being greeted by insects in the house. And this one's got a little piggy on it, and I think that's really sweet. I'm waiting for the fly to land on the lens. It's not a big one. It's one of those little ones. And there's a little recipe piece. And it's got a knife, and I'm going all blurred. There you go. And I just cut those out and ink them and just stuck them on. And then there's another recipes piece, and then there's another cutlery piece in the pocket. But I cropped all the tabs and just inserted them into the pages before I cut it. But I really do like that, and I will absolutely use it. So I'm going to put Julie's little clip straight back on, hold it together, put it there. Really like that. It's sweet. Right, so MXR cutlery. Next up is the popcorn and soda. And that's what I was saying. It's just, you know, you can do that in really pretty colours. You could do it in pink or what have you. But I just kind of like remembered my graphic 45, I think it's called Le Cirque paper, and this is also another piece of vintage Tim Holtz here, this little film strip that's acetate, and it comes in a tin, and I think I've had it for so long the tin is actually a little bit rusty. So there it is, and that's how I store it, in that little tin in which it did come. So there is the popcorn. I've got little bits on there, and I just used a little bit of Touch 5 marker just to put a little bit, you know, like when the popcorn pops. But I just think that's really, really cute. And this little piece of film strip here is from the film strip planner page that Nicole did for Surprise Creation. And it's a 3 strip, and I just cropped it down and cropped one out of it so that I could just put that piece of paper in there. But I just think that's really bright and happy. Absolutely love that. And then next up, oh, I didn't measure. You've got to have your measurements. Right. From the straw, made exactly the same as the website there, I am going to say just over 2.5 inches. And then on the popcorn, 2.5 inches. But just really cute. Love it. And next up is the Steampunk Seahorse, and I did the skinny decks again, and this time it's the graphic 45 Old Curiosity Shop paper. Don't know if anybody remembers that. I probably have half a pad left, and as I've been sent quite a few steampunk dies, I'll probably end up using it all. But that pack is from 2012. I don't know if Graphic 45 have reissued it. Sometimes they do. But there is the seahorse. Look at all the detail on that. And basically, I just put the cogs where I wanted to. I wasn't following any directions or even really looking at the website. I saw it once online and just did my own thing because I knew kind of basically where I wanted the cogs, and I wanted to be able to see the seashells below to make the connection with the seahorse. But look at the wings. Just absolutely gorgeous. So time for seahorse measurement. And I'm going to say that's 3 3/4 inches. And then if I just do the seahorse, because you can pop cogs wherever you want to, I'm going to say 2.5 from the wingtip to the nose. So that is that one. So a little bit vintage today, and maybe a little bit more involved than I normally do. But I'm going to be up tomorrow, of course, with the Tutorial Tuesday, and I think I'm going to use that cupcake stamp from my happy mail that Marilyn over at Sweetwater's Cards sent to me. So I think we'll do that for the tutorial tomorrow. But I do thank you very much for watching. I hope you have a fabulous day, and as usual, all links below. Bye.